Hey guys, for episode 3, we're going to kick it off with the fight caves. We'll be going for 1kc if we've not gotten it already, as well as taking a hit from Jad. His max hit's 97, so you either need to be able to get your HP above that threshold, tick eat, or simply get lucky to complete this task. Completing the 2 tasks laid out here will give us 8 points. And by the end of the video, we'll have gone over 281 easy to obtain points in the series. I've been looking forward to this area a lot. The fight caves is one of my favorite pieces of content. While not necessary, I'd highly recommend installing the Fight Cave spawn predictor from the plugin hub. This is especially helpful if you want to do some of the speed tasks later on without having to memorize the rotations. Getting ready to fight Jad. Be sure that if you're going for your near-miss combat achievement, you make sure to get your HP above 97 before taking it. It'd be a real pain in the ass to chance yourself here. And after tanking, I like to heal back up above 97 anyway. Makes me feel calmer knowing I can tank another hit without being chanced. And for tagging healers, for specifically the people with a blowpipe, make sure that you pull the healers a bit further away from Jad before going and hitting him again. They will periodically just heal him anyway whilst you're hitting. And outside of that, just stay range potted and finish Jad off. Only a matter of time. Let's go! With his newly acquired fire cape, we're gonna run over east to Moral Wreck and tell this dumb fuck to let us in. Heading east into Moral Wreck to the bank, we're gonna want to prepare to fight Jad again, as the next task we're going for is the 2 Jad challenge. It's a relatively quick task for the points provided, albeit a bit more skill intensive. The Jad challenges allow you to fight the Inferno variant of Jad whenever you want, and allow you to increase the difficulty up until you fight 6 Jads simultaneously. Anything past 2, though, requires completion of the Inferno, so today we're just going to fight 2. It's also important to mention that to unlock the next task, you need to fight the previous. So we start with 1 Jad, and then we unlock 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So, we're just going to hop in, fight 1 Jad, fighting him in exactly the same as we would in the normal fight caves. After tagging the healers in this variant of Jad are actually a bit stronger than the normal Jad, so instead of eating food constantly, I'm just going to trap them on that side of Jad, praying melee when I run under him. With the first kill done, we can start working on the real challenge. So I was actually a bit lazy about my setup here. I did not have any bolts in the bank for my rune crossbow, so I just decided to go at it with a magic shortbow and amethyst arrows, as well as my blowpipe. I would definitely recommend investing in some ruby and diamond bolts to fight the Jads. Dragon crossbow as well, if you could afford one, to upgrade your bolts. Otherwise, if you have a bowf or a twisted bow, highly recommended, but all setups are technically possible. It will, however, take a long time. I think this set of kills took me about 8 minutes just to complete, which is longer than my 6 Jad challenge on my main account. And with that, that's the 2 Jad challenge complete. Don't worry if it takes you more than one attempt. This is honestly a nice stepping stone in PvM to get you ready for harder challenges. And honestly, it's really fun. Moving forward, we're going to step into killing a demonic gorilla. This task is a bit more laid back compared to fighting 2 jads at the same time. I want to make sure that we bring an arc light with us, as if we finish off the gorilla with a demon bane weapon, we get an extra task completed as well, resulting in 8 points instead of 4. Thankfully, Jagex also recently updated the mechanics of demonic gorillas, allowing for when they actually complete their 3 attacks, there's a little animation. They give them the Hydra treatment, and thank God. It was a pain in the neck to fight these things prior, not because it was difficult, but because it just required way more intention than it really needed to. Good job, Jagex. And you'll see I get a little lucky here, and he switches to range prayer right at the end, so I can one and done both tasks. Awesome. Moving over to the Chaos Elemental, we'll be doing the 10 KC task, the flincher, and the hoarder. I wasn't originally going to include the KC task, but I messed up the flincher enough times that it was worth it for me to just get the extra 3 points. I would recommend brews or stews for this boss, something that leaves the inventory spot filled after consumption, as the boss will periodically remove your equipment, and if your inventory slots are full, then the attack is cancelled. For flinching the boss, you're going to want to lure it over to this tree, so that its true tile is lined up with you, and half of its body is sticking out on the outside. This prevents it from getting line of sight on you when you come out immediately, and run quickly behind the tree after. I'll show a full kill here, just massively sped up. You're going to want to wait until its health bar disappears before attacking it again. This kill kind of takes forever, and it's a pain in the ass. Be very careful not to mess this up. Also important to mention, if you haven't realized, this is only possible with a melee weapon. So you cannot be using a twisted bow, crossbow, or any type of ranged weapon, as the attack comes through too slow to stall the attack from the boss. I would recommend, even when not flinching, to walk under the boss in between attacks, especially while eating. If any PKers come through, I'd recommend using the Chaos Elemental as your escape route. Its ability to teleport you makes it hard for PKers to keep up, instantly giving you gap. The risk you bring is pretty low though, so just dying and re-gearing is just as viable. We won't be here long anyway. To add to that, I'm hopping between worlds in between kills to speed up the respawn timer. Waiting that extra 20 seconds makes a huge difference. And with that, it's 10 kills done. We're out of here. We're gonna head over to the Chaos Fanatic. My range level's not the highest on this account, so this one actually took me like 15 to 20 minutes, even with a crossbow. Granted, I forgot a range pot and was too stubborn to bank, but still. We're knocking out the 10kc and the 10kc without drinking prayer pots or leaving the wilderness task at the same time, as well as doing the perfect Chaos Fanatic kill along the way. Simply moving a few tiles when he shoots out his green AoE attack is enough to complete that task. If you don't feel like prayer flicking like I am, the altar to the southwest is where you can refill your prayer points. Again, I was feeling stubborn for no good reason, just to make things difficult for myself. It's much simpler if you pray mage, and when you start running out prayer points in between kills, go southwest and pray at the altar and come back. It's really not a big deal. And you can probably see how excited I am to be done with this set of tasks. They give a decent amount of points though, so it's worth it. I wanted to thank you guys again for the support. Seeing the video hit over 3,000 views, my face lit up when I woke up the next day. I also wanted to thank you guys for 100 subscribers, but at the time of me recording this video to the time of me uploading, I've already made it up to 150. The growth has been insane, and I really just wanted to say how appreciative I am for all of this. The next episode is probably going to start with the tubes of a mascot. So, look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.